What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode here at Vivid Iceland. It's the summer, so I'm getting out and making the most of the weather. At the moment, I'm at the front of Nauthúsagil. You might remember that from a couple of the older videos. I'll pop a link up into the top corner for them as well. So basically, just going to be exploring my backyard, checking out this place. We might drive further into the interior of the country towards Thórsmörk. And well, we'll just see how far we can get. Not really too sure how deep the rivers are, but we'll do our best and see what we can find. So let's go. With the great summer weather on our side, we began our adventure into Þórsmörk with a quick stop at Nauthúsagil. This place is as peaceful as ever and rarely visited by most tourists, as the way out here does require a bigger car to deal with the pothole-filled gravel road leading to it. On the walk into the ravine, we did notice that the wooden bridge crossing one part of the stream had washed away, so make sure you bring waterproof shoes or boots while they fix it. I really got to come back here in the middle of winter to see what this place is like, so stay tuned for that video. So, I made it to the very end here at Nauthúsagil. This amazing waterfall. You got to make the effort, climb the chains and come out and check it out. Right, next up on the list is Merkurker. I think that's how you say it. I'm going to pop a name up on the screen anyway, so you can check that one out. I haven't been here yet, so I'm very interested to see what it is. I believe it's probably another type of canyon with a river flowing through it. Well, let's go see what we can find, hey? I've driven past this location quite a few times on my travels into Thórsmörk and thought nothing of it, quite honestly. But as you drive past it, most of the interior is hidden by the gigantic rock walls on either side, so do make the time to stop here and hike in. Following the hiking trail inside the canyon, you will find a few caves inside the rock walls, which are worth exploring. Further into the canyon, you'll find another deep cave system that we didn't explore this time, but I think we'll explore it at a later date. We instead decided to climb what appeared to be a massive pile of boulders from an ancient landslide, and getting up top here provides you with an incredible view of the canyon and over the glacial floodplains that lead into Thórsmörk. Driving further into Thórsmörk, you'll encounter this sign. Please pay attention to it, as dozens of tourists are either stranded or washed away here because they underestimate the power of the glacial rivers. Next up, Stigafoss. I've had this on my list now for a little while, but never had the chance to go see it. Weather's good still, so let's go check it out. The parking area for this waterfall is a little further out than the previous two locations, so expect a longer hike in. At the entrance you can find a rock wall that surrounds a tiny cave, likely a spot where people sheltered for the night on their journey into Thórsmörk. Crossing the river that flows out from this waterfall does require you to jump across some rocks, so do be careful here, as there are no bridges or other forms of assistance. Again, waterproof shoes or boots will help. There also appear to be some other hiking trails that go further into the spectacular mountains that surround this waterfall. But as we were quite hungry, we didn't follow them and chose to check out the falls instead, and then head to our final spot for the day. All right, last stop of the day, Gígjökull, as you can probably see behind me here. This glacier flows from the very, very top of Eyjafjallajökull, that volcano that erupted in 2010 here in Iceland. So back, at least before it erupted, this was a lot bigger, this glacier. It stretched all the way down, almost to where I'm standing now. But of course, when the volcano erupted, the lava, the magma melted a lot of the glacial ice, causing a big glacial outburst flood, or Jökullhlaup as it's also known, and well, washed away a good portion of the glacier. Slowly but surely, it has started to advance and come down the slope, and we're going to go a little bit closer, see if we can find anything cool. So let's do it. We visited this glacier in the last Nauthúsagil episode, but we were unable to get as close to it as we did today. The rivers were low enough that we could reach the car park at the end of the gravel track, and you will need a 4x4 to get here, as the track is full of potholes and has some big rocks along the way, so the extra clearance is necessary. Looking up at the walls on the left side of the glacier, you can see the striations created by the glacier when it was much larger in the past. The black dirt you see on the ice is volcanic ash, likely from Eyjafjallajökull, but I would imagine there is also ash from the Katla volcano mixed in as well. It's worth going back to check out the previous video to see how much this glacier has changed over the last 2 years. This gigantic canyon to the right of the glacier was apparently carved by the incredible amounts of meltwater that flowed out from the glacier during the 2010 eruption. As I was flying the drone back to the car, I noticed this strange sinkhole, which I can only assume was due to the ground slowly settling over the last few years. That's all for this episode. Thanks for watching once again. I hope this information will help inspire you to travel to Iceland. Now remember, if you need any assistance with itineraries or recommendations on what to see and do here, please get in touch via my website or by scanning these QR codes. I'll see you all in the next video.